Okay. That works better. Just one, just two. Like the live. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank Nicole DeBose. Thank you for being here. Let's see if that helps. I'm trying to get the team in here, Ella. You're awesome not to share. Thank you so much for bringing your team in. All right. It was a little mic. I need to get some more mics from TikTok because they can just. All right, cool. Thanks, baby. All righty. All right. So y'all can hear me. Let me close this up on YouTube. Okay, everybody here and everybody here. All right, now let's go back to what we were saying. Thank you again, Lady Jen. She is the other half of Ambassadors of Good Frequency. I'm DJ Dr. Watts. Our record label is Son of Man Records, and our publishing and production company is Sarah and Boaz Publishing and Productions. And we're bringing this broadcast to you today. This music business tips to help you get proficient about your business side of your music. We're all attracted to the melodious side, but the business side is what we need. Thank you. Thank you so much, Don Crawford. Thank you so much for being here. Now, as we was talking about getting registered with PRO, it is very necessary. And the thing about it is, it's kind of sad that no one's going to inform you that you need this. No one's going to call you and say we're playing your music. No one's going to send you emails. They're not going to say anything. It's up to you to sign up for all these PROs because you're going to need to get your sync money. You're going to need to get your mechanical rights licensing. You're going to need to get your artist publishing. You're going to need to get your master publishing. You're going to need to get your neighboring rights. BMI and ASCAP don't get neighboring rights. Okay. I'm looking for a winning team to partner ideas with. I heard that. What's up, viral video generator? Yeah, I saw you be liking some of the posts. Yeah, send us a message. Send us a message so we can talk. Send us a message so we can talk. Fill out the form right there. And we are 34 deep in the fan club, and we got 2,800 likes already. Thank you so much. Yes, we can link up. Fill out the form right there on your screen, and we can definitely talk. We can link up. We can do business. We can talk about it. So, one of the most important aspects about the music business is it is one of these situations where no one's going to tell you anything. If you don't research it and find it out for yourself, It's going to be, what's up, Marie Hernandez? Thank you for being here. It's going to be on you. So I believe if you were attracted to this broadcast and attracted to this live right here that's going on all of these platforms that we're broadcasting on, simulcasting on, it is because you are interested in that. And these answers are right at your fingertips. That's why we created the ebooks. Now, also, if you want to deal go deeper in, you can join our community on school. It's called Music Production Made Easy. Now, what we do over there is we have videos that show you how to sign up for BMI, that show you how to sign up for ASCAP, that show you how to sign up for copyright. Also, not only that, we have videos. Thank you so much. I got your I got your message right there. Thank you so much. Not only that, we show you how to compose music psychologically. We have a 10 video series over there that is called How to Write Lyrics Like a Pro in 10 Easy Steps. We pull back the curtain on how to write lyrics. You already know it, but you just don't know you know it. You need someone to show and pinpoint to you how these established artists are writing these hits and how they're keeping your attention, keeping you engaged. We want to show you how to keep people attention engaged. You don't need to be professional. You don't need to have a big, huge staff. You just need to learn some grammar tools. Okay, viral idea generator. Put your send me your phone number. Don't put your phone number in the chat like that. You have people spamming you like crazy and be trying to get hold to your number. DM me your phone number, viral video creator. DM me the phone number. Don't put it in the chat. I wish I could. I can't block it or mute it. I don't want to do that, and I definitely don't want to pin it. But don't put your phone number in the chat. But we do want to talk. But don't do that because people, you'll never know who watching. Okay, because there's some people they'll do nothing but just mess with folks, and we don't want that to happen too. Now, the reason that they collect this money is because they get a percentage. BMI, they get like 8 to 12%. ASCAP, I think they're like somewhere in the same area. I think they may even be a little less. They get their little bit. You think it's AI? Oh, okay. They get their little bit, but you're going to get the biggest end of it. Okay, if they're giving you 93 and they're taking 7%, and they're doing all the administration, don't worry about that. Now, what you can do to collect even more, okay, is to establish yourself as a publishing company. Now, there's many ways that you can do it, but this is one of the ways that you can do it once you incorporate your artist's name, and then create a DBA, and then create a publishing company. If I mute, then mute it will stay gone and give his comments. Okay. Is ASCAP or BMI only or iTunes? ASCAP or BMI only for tunes or tracks that go viral? No. ASCAP and BMI is for everything. We have music in film and TV, Love and Hip Hop, Total Divas, Mary Mary, One Bad Decision, Vice. They take all they collect sync money. Anytime they synchronize your music with anything, they collect it. Okay. That's what ASCAP does. Now, and BMI does. Now, if you do a public performance like at a venue and you're a BMI member or ASCAP member, you can go on there and you can fill out a form, and that venue has to pay you because they understand within their blanket license that they have paid money to pay performers. And but like I said before, you still got to claim it though. If you don't claim it, they're not going to pay you. You got to claim it. You got to claim. You got to put the date on there, the time, and just tell them, what venue was at, and they're going to send them back in a letter and ask them like what was their sales, how much alcohol did they sell, how much food did they sell, how much merch did they sell, how much did they charge at the door, and according to all those answers, they're going to have to cut you a check. That's why it's important to do your business. Because see, if you do your business and sign up for these PROs and copyright and all these different places like that, you are getting money, mailbox money. That means while you sleep, you're going to be making money. We have music on TikTok making us money consistently every day. All the videos that we put on TikTok, all the videos you TikTok make you money. The purpose of this is so these people can use your content on these platforms, okay? And when they use your content, they break you off something because it's giving the advertisers a place to show that they're goods to you. Okay. You see ads on TikTok. There's ads on all social media. Okay. So if you get some of that, you get some, they get some. But if you're not registered with anybody, you don't get anything. Now, one of the strategies I would suggest is if you release your more viral singles here on TikTok, but don't release music on DSPs like TikTok or Spotify, anything like that. Don't release them on there expecting to make a living off of that. Because even established artists like Snoop Eagles got like, I don't know how many billions of streams he got for his music. If you pay a producer for a tune who owns the revenue, that's important. That's why we also wrote the book Music Business Contracts. Because before you go in the studio and you have somebody to produce music for you, make beats for you, there are some things you need to consider. Number one, are they using samples? Because if they're using samples and they're not cleared, then nothing that they make for you is going to be you'll never be able to own it. Okay, you got to have sample clearance if they're using samples. Now, if they're not using samples and they're just using VSTs and they're playing by hand or they're using their mouse to act as a finger to make chorus in the melodies like that, then you're standing on a better leg. But I would suggest, but this is my suggestion, that you get someone to make you beats exclusively for you. That's not on places like BeatStars and stuff like that. None of these beat sites, because BeatStars have their hand in the beat also. Okay, and that means they're going to get some of the money because they're hosting the beat for the producer. I want y'all to listen to me now. You want a homegrown producer that you can take a contract to, and y'all can sit down and talk about it. And then once you sit down and y'all talk about it, then you can set the term, like what percentage of the artist of money that publishing you're going to get, producer's going to get, what percentage of the master publishing is you're going to get, producer's going to get. Okay, if you do shows, it's on the right. If that producer is making that beat for you, that you break them off of some of your gate that you get, some of the food that you get, some of the merch that you get, because without them making a beat, you're not going to make no money. Make sure everybody's getting paid for everything, but that's why you have to have your contract. How long? Or is they leasing you the beat? Are they selling you the beat exclusively? Has anybody else ever used this beat? Yeah, I don't do BeatStars, and I only sell exclusive beat. No, you don't do the lease. I'm gonna tell you about selling versus lease. This is intellectual property. Now, the person that you selling this beat to could get paid for the next 50 years using that beat. And if you only sell them the beat for cash, that in perpetuity money, that which means forever, you're telling that bye-bye. Don't sell any intellectual property. Lease it. That's including poems. That's including recipes. That's including children's books. That's including. So now when you sell a book to somebody to read, that's different. I'm talking about selling it to somebody to publish, to use so they can make revenue. What's up, James Jizzo? Thank you so much for being here. You do not want to sell your ideas. You want to lease them. And that's why you need that book, Music Business Contract. They're editable PDFs. You can go and edit them however you and your producer or your publisher wants to do it. You lease it to them. Say, for instance, you're a producer and you're making a beat. Okay? You're an artist, so yeah, exactly. When you make the beat, you need to come to an agreement with the artist that how many times can they perform that beat before they have to come back and get another lease? How many sales, how much amount in sales can they get before they have to come back and release that beat? How many streams they can get? Because why should you give somebody something for upfront cash? That means you're just working for hire. See, in the music business, you can either work for hire or you can work for perpetuity. Perpetuity means getting paid over and over. Hold on, let me plug the phone back up. I'm at 89% over here. All right, YouTube. We back? Okay, we back. The music business is about perpetuity. Perpetuity means getting paid. Elvis's camp is still getting paid when they play his music. Okay, Michael Jackson's camp is still getting paid. Matter of fact, I know y'all know who Sexy Red is, right? Y'all know Sexy Red. I just happened to find out about who she was. I heard the track. Okay, in music news, They said Sexy Red has been warned by Michael Jackson's estate about unauthorized sample of Beat It. She took some of Beat It and sampled. Now, they couldn't send her that letter if Michael Jackson had sold that beat to Epic Records. And he didn't have any contracts to maintain publishing. It would fall on deaf ears. All they could say is it'd be like, too bad. You have no proof that it's yours. I feel you work hard to establish your name. That's cool. But you're losing a lot of money on the back end. You're not gonna. He bought Eminem's music. I read somewhere after he did some. Yeah, Michael Jackson was ruthless when it came to publishing. He bought Paul McCartney publishing, bought the Beatles publishing while he was on the set with Paul McCartney doing Say Say Say. The music business is about paperwork. It's not about how nice you look. It's not about how sexy you look. It's not about how good you sound. It's how pretty that paperwork looks. If that paperwork looks pretty, you're gonna be eating mailbox money forever. You won't be touring. Okay. So you say you work for hard to establish your name. Let me tell you something. Well, thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. It's just information that I've gathered from other people. And I want to tell you something. If that person was to generate $20 million off of that beat, you're gonna feel a little different than what I'm doing is to establish myself. Establish yourself paid at the same time. Do not sell your music. Don't sell your beats. Don't sell your designs. Don't sell your ideas. Don't even, when you do a logo for somebody, don't even sell that. Lease it to them to use. Maintain, or either get an agreement for them to pay you a royalty. Because if someone is using your logo that you made on their album, and these people that generated $100 million in sales, and all you got was $89, you're gonna feel really bad. The music business is about retaining in perpetuity, making something that people have to pay you for forever. You get royalty splits. That's good. That's very good. Get your split sheets together, and that is also in the music business contracts ebook. There's a PDF in there for split sheets. You can edit it however you want to. It could be 10 people on the track, and you can split up the royalties. Remember, you got 200% royalties. So, but if you don't have a publishing company, you can't get the other 100%. You can't go ask for it for yourself. All right, Shaky Beats, come on back. Overtime money, yes. This is James Gilzo. Overtime money. What's up, Cesar Gonzalez? Thank you for being here. So now that you know that, if you have your paperwork together and have proof that you own, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Who is this? Dayak. Dahyyk. Thank you, Turner. Thank you so much for the follow. No one can use your music without your permission. Peter Gunn and Laura Tariq used somebody's music without their permission. They had a problem. Bad Boy Records used Sting's music. Every Breath You Take. Now, Sting told him to cease and desist, but instead of doing that, he was like, just send all the money to me. Okay, James Gilzo, you're a songwriter. You need that same protection. You do not sell your songs. You lease them. And they have to renew that lease. They got to renew that lease. Don't sell it to them. Lease it to them. You got to turn it to, I'm going to make it simple so you can understand how like this. Put it like this. You've got to turn to Rent-A-Center when it comes to your music. But unlike Rent-A-Center, they'll never get done paying for it because the lease is constantly renewable in perpetuity. They'll never own it. Now, if they want to buy a track, you're going to have to make them, if they say, I want to buy it exclusively and I don't want to give you any of the royalties, then you got to make sure that they're paying you enough up front, at least represent something. I wouldn't do it. Why? I mean, if somebody's going to give you $5 million for a track, I mean, that's a different story because you can take that money and make it grow. But if they're trying to give you $5,000 for a track and they're going to go take that track and gross like 10 million, 15 million off of it, $5,000 ain't nothing when it comes to 10 million. That's like $5. For leasing, the key word is perpetuity. Yes. I'm telling you what the record labels do. You got the same internet. You got the same access to the same contracts. You got the same access to the same PROs. You got the same access to the copyright office. You got the same access to streaming services. You have the same access to websites where you can put your music up. You can do the same thing Record was doing if you don't mind doing the work. But if you don't want to do the work, you don't want to get the money. So remember, don't sell them nothing. Lease it. If you design a shoe, don't sell it, lease it, and get a royalty off of it. You got a recipe, don't sell it, lease it, and get a royalty off of it in perpetuity. Poems, the same way. Somebody say, I want to put your poem in my book. Okay, I'll lease it to you on a renewable term for 3 years, and you can get these so many sales. And if you hit #1 bestseller, I want this and I want that. Because you know what? You're helping them achieve, so why shouldn't you get paid? I remember when I first started making beats, the biggest thing was they was just telling everybody was royalty-free beats. Why would you make a royalty beat for anybody? It makes no sense. You just shutting your money out, you shutting your family's money out, because when you're dead and gone, if you got your stuff structured right, that money will pay your estate or your trust or through your will, however you have it. That's very important. This music business is in perpetuity business. It's the long game. Okay? Now, we're going to go over here and we're going to switch over here to some music by Bad Bunny. Okay? I know y'all been hearing a lot about Bad Bunny. Everybody got their wig all twisted, and which is doing nothing but helping him. Because like P.T. Barnum says, you know, that did the guy that did Barnum and Bailey Circus, he said all press is good or bad. Because guess what? If they speak in your name, people gonna start looking you up and they're gonna remember you. Even back then when it was only newspaper and telegraph, it was still amazing to get your name in the news. So Bad Bunny, following a performance featuring Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin, Bad Bunny's U.S. streams jumped 175%. He was already getting billions, so he almost doubled that. So I mean, they got to pay him more. You see, everybody that worked on their music, if they wasn't work for hire, they get paid more too. The producer getting paid more, the graphic artist getting paid more, the people who wrote the songs get paid more, the people who mastered it. I don't know if y'all know this or not. If you master music, an album, you have a right to ask for a few points, a half point, 2 points, 3 points off of that album. Because why? They're using your skill to make it broadcast worthy. You don't master tracks without getting in perpetuity money. What's up, Kraken's Lounge? Kraken's Lagoon, thank you so much for being here. And Chris Portia, thank you so much for being here also. What's up, Mark G in the building? That's what this broadcast was put together for, to help you as artists step out of ignorance into understanding, into proficiency. This is not just some broadcast to try to get some TikTok money. This broadcast is for serious artists who is ready to invest in their gift. I'm gonna pin up the mailing list. We got 30 seconds there. Drop your email. If you'd like to get the ebook, I have the discount code. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I got the discount code in there where you can get all the ebooks. Now you can get them one. Thank you so much. I got your DM. I got your message. Or you can get what we call the Smarter, More Successful Artist Business Suite, where you get all 4 of the ebooks. Thank you so much. I got your direct message. Now, also, for people who is a little more savvy, you already know what you're doing, but you just need a little guidance, we can set up a one-on-one phone consultation. Now, you can click the link on the profile and go to the link tree to the premium chat, and you can set up a one-on-one consultation where we can talk to you. Now, I'm going to give you an idea of what happened. What's up, Manifest? Good morning to you. Okay, pop your question on in there, but I'm gonna keep talking about pop your question on there. Chaos, aka, they had got a beat off of BeatStars, but when they was getting ready to put it on DSP, they found out that they couldn't even put it on DSP. You know what I mean? Hold on just a minute. Let me go check this out. And they were like, so what can I do? Okay, what we've done, we have music in film and TV. We have music in love and hip hop. We have music in Total Divas. We have music in Catfish. We have music in Vice. We have music in probably about 10, 15 different shows. We release our own music. We have our own record label. We incorporated ourselves. We signed ourselves to ourselves. See, that's another thing you as an artist has to do, learn. You got to sign yourself to yourself. And that's another ebook that we're coming out with, how to sign yourself to yourself to start your own publishing company, and also how to trademark your name. See, this music business, the reason record labels do what they can to recompense what they've done. What's up, Post Street? Thank you so much. It's because they lay out so much money for trademarking, copywriting. They actually turn you into a company and a publisher, and they make you sign your publishing over to them, but you don't know when you're doing that when you do your contract. You think you just sign a paper and they try to divide up the money with you. No, they actually turn you into a business. And the way that they do it, you get 800 credit score. What's up, Money Making Mom? Thank you for being here. And then once they turn you into a company, and within the contract, you sign all your publishing over to them. And then you tell them that you allow them to only give you like 5 to 10 cents a record, or maybe 3 cents a record. That's what happens. What's up, Mark Dunn? And the reason that it happens like that is because you don't understand what's going on. You're happy to get, you're looking at that advance. That advance is nothing. I wouldn't even take the advance. The only reason I would take the advance if I'm immediately taking and invested in something to start making me money. But a lot of people take that advance and they go out buying their family houses and cars and paying people bills off and bailing people out of jail and doing this and doing that, girlfriend, boyfriend stuff, buying the cars, jewelry. No, you don't need none of that. If you take an advance from a record label, the first thing you need to do is get that money working. Now, if you're a producer, the best thing you could do with that money is go buy the most expensive equipment. That's exactly what they want to, because they know if you spend it up, you're gonna be broke. Then they could dangle some more in front of you. Then next they give you $250,000 this time. Next time they give you $750,000. They'd be like, wow. They're not giving you anything. You got to pay that back with interest. That's why they call it an advance and not a payment. What's up, Jack of all trades? Thank you so much for being here. Debt, debt, debt. That's the name of the game. But you don't have to hate the game. See, Master P didn't take their advance. Master P said, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna produce all the music. It's gonna be broadcast quality. I'm gonna do all the graphics. They're gonna be broadcast quality. I'm gonna get all the CDs printed up in the jackets, poly wrap with UPC code in all of the songs with ISRC codes and ICSRA, if I'm mistaken, codes. And what we're gonna do is a distribution deal. I give you 15 cents out of every dollar, and I'm gonna retain 85 cents out of every dollar. And guess what happened? They said, okay, they'll take what they can get, because guess what? They ain't gotta do no work on that. He did all his press, he did all his promotion, he did all the pressing, he did all the recording, he did all the posts. That means mastering. Post means after. Thank you for the light. He did all the posts, he did all of that. But he said, for all of that, I give you 15% and I'll keep 85. But see, what they didn't understand is how compulsive Master P was when it came to record. They spent all day recording, every day, until they built up a catalog. You see, that's another thing you as an artist, you got to understand, you are building a catalog of music. You're not trying to get rich off of one track. You want to keep building and keep recording and keep building. Take the money you get and invest it back into your business, which is yourself. Get yourself trademarked. Get your name trademarked. Get your LLC set up. Sign yourself, start your publishing company. Open you up a business banking account. Sign up for all the other PROs that you're going to need. Go buy your own UPC codes. Go buy your own ISRC codes. See, when you do all of this stuff, that puts you in the driver's seat. Or you could just send the music to somebody and let them do all of it, and they give you 15 cents out of every dollar, and they keep 85 cents out of every dollar. If you get that. Some people only get a penny a record. Their music deals was set up so much, and they owe them. See, what happens is when they give you that advance, if they don't recoup, see, record labels have to recoup everything they put into you. You got to pay for the concert, you got to pay for the venue, you got to pay for the hotel, you got to pay for the wardrobe, you got to pay for the photographers, you got to pay for the press agents, you got to pay for that money that they put you on the Breakfast Club, you got to pay to get on Drink Champs, unless you hot enough and they're paying you. Now, once you get up, thank you so much, Delquia. Thank you so much. If y'all have any information you want to set up some one-on-one, we can dive deep into this because this is just surface stuff. You know what I'm talking about, but you don't know how to do it. Okay? The fact that a record label can literally own you based off a contract that you sign is wild. Yes, and you know who gives them the power to do that? United States Congress. Because that's who sets the laws on all publishing and royalties and everything. That's why people went to Congress in the last couple of years, and they have forced streaming services to stop paying you sub penny, to at least pay you a penny. But at the same time, they're teaching AI, they're scraping your music to teach AI how to make your music similar to what you make. And they're learning. They have learned all the old music, they've learned the classical, all the old masters and computers have learned that. They have learned how it impacts us, how to psychologically make it so that we just want to keep listening to it. But see, the thing about AI music is this. You can feel, you really appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Bo Williams. Thank you so much. Bo Williams, B-E-A-U-X. Thought there was a P. Can't hardly see it. You know, sometimes the letters are really small. Thank you, Bo Williams, for getting the number 3 viewer badge. Thank you. I appreciate you. But don't be ignorant. You know, God said in the Bible, I would not have you to be ignorant. He said people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. And if that applies to, you know what? Thank you, Delquia. Thank you for joining the fan club. We got another Cash Apple. Oh, yes. And by the way, we're getting ready to make some t-shirts up with the fan club Cash App on it. We got the logos and everything made out. We're going to start putting those on t-shirts so y'all can purchase them from the store, aogfmusic.store, if you would like to support us that way. And also, just found out this morning what TikTok has said before, that some of our micro lessons are going to be able to be uploaded on the TikTok, and you'll be able to purchase them during the live. So if you're the type of person that just want to grab a video here and there, you can purchase them right here on TikTok. And those will be probably going to start putting them up by this weekend, and they'll be ready for Monday's broadcast. But Monday, which I told you about this earlier, Monday, we're going to reverse engineer T.I.'s and Pharrell's hit, Let Them Know, Gotta Let Them Know. I'm going to show you exactly how they put that together. Been producing for years. Been in music since age 5. My wife and I, we've been in music since we were kids. Okay? Single digits. And it's never stopped. So I'm going to show you how Pharrell did that. And I'm going to show you why simple production with not too many instruments gives the artist a vote to send their lyrics in. Just imagine where AI music will be in the next few years. But see, the thing about AI music is it's a copy, alike or vibe alike. It doesn't have the soul. Like it can play a guitar, but it can't do the Carlos Santana on the guitar. Because see, human imperfections, AI doesn't understand that. It only understands ones and zeros. Do this or do that. But a human can do this, do that, or do something in between. And the computer don't understand it because it doesn't have that soul. So the best thing that you really have going for you is that people are listening to AI music and looking at AI videos, and they're not liking them because Madison Avenue, and that's the people that runs all the advertising for all the companies, they are getting complaints from people telling them, what's up, Tom Brooks? People are telling them, we are tired of AI videos. We are tired of AI. Like my wife was listening to audio today on YouTube, and it was saying something, dot this, asterisk, this, comma, because it doesn't understand intelligently what they call it. It's called hallucination in the AI world. AI hallucinates. It makes up things when it don't know what to do. It's going to do something. It's not just going to stop. The program is written so that it continually flows. But the best thing you have going for you is that people listen to AI, be like, I don't like that. It doesn't have imperfections in it. Your imperfections, like when a guitar player is playing and sometimes you hit 2 strings at once instead of one, those are the imperfections of what people love. But AI doesn't do that. AI is just cookie cutter straight. What's up, Sarah Lee? What's up, Lex? What's up, CC? Thank you for being here. That's the best thing. Don't be afraid of AI. It cannot replace a human. You can use AI to help you in a lot of things, but AI music will never, you can't replace it. Because go back to some of them old hits and really listen to them and hear the imperfections, like the chair squeaking, or somebody drop something in the studio, or it's random filters when it's confused. Yeah, it gets confused, so it just does random filters. You're right about that. So don't get off your game. Don't be afraid. It's not going to replace you because it's not a program. It's not an entity. AI can't stand on stage and ask people how was their day. AI can't stand on stage and say I appreciate you. I mean, they probably have robots that can do it, but human interaction, that energy, that frequency, you can't replace that. So don't worry about that. Okay. What you need to do is AI gonna be there? Yes, they got music charts now for AI only. They have music charts for AI only. What's up, King Jr.? Thank you for being here. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. What you need to concern yourself with is this good old-fashioned, homegrown, grassroots, reaching to the public, direct to consumer. Which brings up the next point. You need a website. And the reason you need a website is not so people can see you or hear you. That's necessary. But the number one reason why you need a website is because when you build your website and you put your metadata in your website and you put your long tail and your short tail keyword descriptions in your website that matches what's being searched on Google in your niche, when people start visiting your website, and not only visiting, how long they stay on your website, Google will give you what's called authority. What that authority does, it tells Google that you are an authority for those keywords, long tail and short tail. So anytime you get anybody that's reaching for that, that's searching for that, send them my way. That's what's happening. See, you got to learn how to work with the computer. Don't work against it, work with it. Because you got to remember a human programming. Even if it's self-programmed, a human wrote the first initial program. So what you want to do is you want to become an authority in your niche and in your short tail and long tail keywords. And you're like, what do you mean by that? Hip hop artists, woke hip hop artists, conscious hip hop artists, gangster rap, sexy rap, nerd music, whatever people are searching for, find a way to implement that into your metadata so that Google will see people going to your site. Okay. What's up, Diamond in the lowlands? What's up, Kevin Hunt? So this is how you keep people on your website. Now, back in the day, they used to tell you to install a little game on there. But see, these games are so buggy now, they'll be on there reading all your information, trying to get into your payment system. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is when you're building your website, you want to put a music player on there and put your music on there. Preferably a music player that can go in loops. Okay. Now, you say, now why would I want to do that? Because when people go out and they're cutting their grass and they put their Bluetooth on, when people washing their car and they put their Bluetooth on, when people cleaning their house, when people are chilling, when people are being intimate, when people are at the gym, when people are at the grocery store, when people are out walking, they do not want to keep picking up their phone like they do on YouTube and everything and hit next, skip, waiting for 3 commercials. Sometimes the commercial can be 5 minutes. By that time, content, you're sitting on a gold mine with AI music. That's true in a lot of instances. You can, but the thing about it is, what if somebody asks you to come perform the music or play it? You can't play it because the computer did it. Now you got to go relearn. You got to go learn what AI did. Because see, what we're getting back to now, people are asking for more performances. They want to see humans on stage dancing again. They want to see people singing. They want to see groups playing together, drummers, trumpets, guitars, keyboard players. That people want to see that because we humans do not resonate with the sound. We want the sight also. No one wants to go to a concert and see a robot, and they want to talk to a human. They want to see a human. A1 since day one. What's up? Thank you for being here. So that's very important. That's why you have to have your stuff. Let me tell you something else about AI music. And Suno, I just saw a video about Suno. That's the one that Timberland's with. They've been scraping people's music. They even scraped one of our tracks during a contest. They ran it like it was a contest, but they was collecting music so they could teach their AI how to make music and how to rap. Not only does it learn how to make music, it's learn how to sing. They don't really know how to sing, it just know how to make frequencies. They said in their terms and conditions, listen to me now, that they cannot guarantee you that the music that it's generating, that it didn't generate it for someone else, and it may cause a copyright conflict. And happens, you hold them harmless in litigation, which means you can't go back and sue them for making 3 tracks, 300 tracks, 300 people got the same similar track. Copyright office don't know what to do. Content, the AI of YouTube don't know what to do. The analyzer don't know what to do because they all sound the same. So who they gonna get a copyright to? Who they gonna give the YouTube money, ID to money? Then all of a sudden they're just gonna kick them all out. See, that's the thing about AI. It makes it easy. But I think I heard what Rick Ross said. He said easy is the way to get screwed in business. He said, I'm gonna tell you right now, it takes 10 years to build a brand. And the reason he knows is because he had to build brands. He had to build himself. Y'all don't remember when Rick Ross first started. Some of y'all maybe do. What's up? What's up, Andrea? I think I got that right. ANDREAADR. What's up, Primo? Thank you for being here. A lot of y'all don't remember when Rick Ross first started, when he was grinding. Back in the days when Drake was on there singing that song with him. I'm trying to think of the name of the song, but Aston Martin music, before he went to Maybach music. Thank you, Bo Williams, for getting the #1 badge. I appreciate you. We had 6.5K on the likes, but he had to build that brand. But see what he did with his money. A lot of people was like, well, Rick Ross be flossing. But see what y'all didn't understand is Rick Ross, he said once he got that money, a lot of that money, you know what he did? He went to Wingstop and say, how many franchises can I buy? He didn't go say how many Cuban links I can get. See, when you got money like that, this stuff is costume. It comes off in taxes. Louis, Gucci. See, that's why you trying to wear Gucci and Louis like them people. You paying cash for it. These people is using it as a deduction off of their earnings. See, this is costume. I don't care if they're $300 glasses, costume. $8,000 glasses, costume. $30,000 chains, costume. BM, I think it's what it doesn't copy AI music without a certain amount of human input. No, BMI don't do copyright at all. BMI don't do no copyright. All BMI do is collect publishing. They have nothing to do with copyright. They don't validate none of your music, and they don't signify that you're the owner of the music. They signify that's where the money need to go. But they don't copyright. The ASCAP don't copyright. None of the PROs copyright. Those are called performance rights organizations. What's up, Iron Roll? What's up? We got a bass player in the building. I've been seeing some of your somebody. I've been seeing some of your videos. I like the way you be playing that bass. Don't stop. It's a lot of film and TV music that's needed with nothing but bass. Keep playing. See, the thing, there's no shortcuts to getting paid. And there's nothing free. I heard Eddie Griffin say, if you want something free, you must be dumb. That's why they call it freedom. The reason they say that is because why do you want something free? This whole world working. Put your money into it. You put $5 in, you get $500 back out. You got record labels spending $20 million to produce an artist with no guarantee that they're gonna get any money back. You got people right now wouldn't put $200 into promoting their music, but they'll find every free platform they can to put it up to hope that somebody will just stumble across it. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. They're not gonna promote you and push you out unless you buy some ad time, because why? They spending rack space money for this, and they spending internet money. You think your internet bill is high? You should see how much TikTok has to pay for access to push this stuff out to all of us. That's why, when you, like I said, if you get that pink ebook and you get you some sideline hustles on the side, so you ain't going into your house money, your survival money, and use that to push and promote your videos. If you push your videos out to 15 more people than that's getting there now, and the system is going to specifically tailor people that listen to music what you like and follow people that you like and follow like the music that you make, rather, and also people who are more prone to purchase. That's why you got to put your link in your profile for your website or your link tree. A lot of labels are signing people like you for or as a songwriter only. And a lot of times they want to sign you as a songwriter because they want to hire you for work for hire. Because see, if you don't know copyright, on the copyright form, the little checkbox that says, "Is this a work for hire?" If they check that, you're gonna get paid one time, and that's it. You don't get no perpetuity money. You don't get no back end money. You get a little front end money. That's it. They may pay you what, $1,200 for that track, right there. If they think they're gonna give you $1,200, believe me, they're gonna get at least $1 million up out of that track. Like, how they gonna do that? They're gonna push it. Like some of these record labels using bots to run up fake streams. No matter, because of what's called, they're gonna charge the advertisers. See, the money on DSPs is the money they get out of the advertising. You're not generating any money. They're just using you to make people stick around and listen to ads. That's all that's happening. That's what SoundCloud doing. That's why remember SoundCloud didn't used to have ads? I remember that. I remember at one point in SoundCloud, I would release a track on there. I get 1,200 hits in a day. But see, they changed the algorithm now to where they tailoring it to only the higher echelon people that do the biggest money. And they also tailored it that unless you buy a pro plan, which ain't nothing wrong with that, but you got to pay in to get out. That's just the way it is. I mean, you don't have no problem buying weed. You don't have no problem buying cigarettes. You don't have no problem going to the strip club. You don't have no problem buying alcohol. You don't have no problem buying jewelry and nails and hair and sneakers. Why, when it comes to your music, you want everything free? You can't run a business on not paying out to get money coming in. Amazon, first time this year in the history of the company, they just start showing a profit. Because every year, everything that they got, they put it right back into the company. Why? Because they're long-term minded. This is a long game. This is business. This is not Mike Tyson knock them out in 90 seconds. See how fast that money came and see how fast that money left? They also create us to create AI instrumentals. This is a one-time payment. I know it's one-time payment. Ain't no record label gonna pay you for nothing unless they're doing it for hire. Them musicians is working as session musicians, just strumming their lives away for these record labels. They're not getting paid anything. Why shouldn't you get paid perpetuity if your music is going in perpetuity? I don't care if you wrote the hook. You need to be getting paid for that hook for life. And they say, well, they won't hire me if I don't do it. Then don't do it. Write your own music. What's up, Estrella? Thank you so much. What's up, Kiana? Thank you for being here. Write your own music. Copyright your music. Trademark your name. Incorporate yourself. The same money that you throwing away on all kind of other things that you're not gonna get anything back. You could be doing it to sow into yourself. See, money is a seed. Y'all, a lot of us ain't been taught this. We think money is paper that we give people to exchange. No. Money is a seed, and it gets pregnant, and it's obedient, and it don't need to sleep. Money don't care nothing about no sleeping. Ideas don't care about sleeping. You need to sleep. You need to rest. You need to refresh. But your ideas work 24/7. Matter of fact, your ideas don't want to sleep. Your music, your poems, your recipes, they do not want to sleep. Okay? Your ideas don't need to sleep. So if you can find an idea that can work while you sleeping and pay you, that's another employee. That song over there, that's another employee that's working for you. That recipe over there, that's another employee. Some of y'all know how to make cookies properly that the industry hasn't figured out yet. You can take that recipe and lease it to somebody in their cookbook. Or you can make the cookies yourself and sell them. And have that paying you while you sleep, while you jogging, while you cooking, while you painting. Your paintings. You got a painting that people love. You don't sell them the original. You can sell them a lithograph, which means a replica of it, and you keep the master hidden away in a safe deposit box somewhere or somewhere that's safe. Like I saw this one man, he was on Oprah one time. He found this treasure map. And this map pointed to treasure, I mean, way back, I think like in the 1200s or something. You're also about to go into school at Musicians Institute in Hollywood. That's good. Always educate yourself. Educate yourself. What that man did, somebody wanted to buy that map for $12 million. He was like, no. What he did is made 100 copies of it and sold each one for $1 million. And the reason why they sold is because it was nowhere else in the world. Nobody else had it. And it was so old. And it was pointed to something that people were interested in. So instead of him being greedy, he said, I'm going to make $100 million out of this and make 100 copies, replications of it. And I sell them. But he owns the original, which is still worth $12 million. That's the business. You got to know what you're doing. You can't even, and I don't mean this to be offensive, you can't even be a street worker working on the street, selling your goodies without understanding how the game go. First, money up front. Why? Because once they shot, they got time to be coming back paying you. You're not worth anything no more. That's in anything. Business is about levels, principalities, and protecting your assets. And when you're in something like intellectual property, like music, poems, and books, recipes, and paintings, and drawings, and designs, and logos, and graphic, if you make a logo for somebody, you're a graphic designer. You don't sell them that logo. I just need somebody to pay my bills. Forget about your bills. See, that's the thing that keep poor people poor. It's the only thing they think about is their damn bills. They don't think 10 years down the road how this money could turn into $30 million for me if I get enough people to buy in. Your bills is not the most important thing going on in your future. See, that's a survival mindset. You're not thriving, you're surviving. Start thinking about not how much is this going to cost me to get this done. Think about how much is this going to pay me to get this done. That for me and invest this money into it. I have invested $5 into something, $10 into something, $100 into something, talking about DNS fees for the website, paying $9. The website that we have, AOGFmusic.store, it costs $10 to get that domain name. Got it from Namecheap. $10 to get that domain name. And took that domain name and linked it to our website. And the ebooks that we have sold through their website has paid for that domain name at least 10 times now. So it doesn't matter how much it costs because it's already been paid for. This phone, this iPhone right here, I'm talking to you in front of. This iPhone right here, and including this Samsung. I have paid for this phone at least 8 times when it comes to revenue I have generated through brand deal apps, secret shopper apps, and also just going live and doing stuff on Facebook and creating content. These little mics right here, they came off the TikTok shop. Cost me $7. Which the next ones I get, they're going to be a great than this one. But these did work me for almost like 8 months, 6 to 8 months. I paid $7 for these mics. These mics have helped me to make thousands. So I can do voiceovers on top of the videos so it sound professional. It's not what it's going to cost you, it's what it's going to make you. That's all about. That's how you only got two ways to look at it. If you poverty minded, you always think about everything you got to spend. But if you're result minded, if you're thriving minded, you're looking at how is this going to make me money in the long run. I paid money for software, VST instruments, because I don't want to buy loops and I don't want to make AI music. I don't get no satisfaction out of a computer making music for me. Like when y'all tune in Monday at 9 a.m., when I remake T.I. and Pharrell's, you got to let them know, I'm going to have to be using all VST keyboards and instruments. And I'm going to have to do it all by hand. I'm not going to be dragging in loops. Hello, Jennifer Reed. Thank you. What's up, Salid Sims Music? Thank you. And I'm going to have to put in 808s. And I'm going to pick the right snares. And I got to pick, because he didn't use a snare on there. He used a. But we're going to go all over that money. I already done it in my head. I already know what he did. And the reason I can do it in my head in FL Studio before I even open it up on the computer is because I've been using this program for over 15 years. There's only so many things you can do on music until you become repetitive in a loop. And what I mean by that is all music is related. As I'm listening to this song, I'm reverse engineering it in my head. The 808 pattern, the snare pattern, the synth, when he took a break, when they made the hook, when he did the chorus, when they did the bridge and the outro. I could do it, sit up and do it right here, right now, because I've made so many mistakes trying to make trap music. That's another thing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid for people to look at you like, I can't believe you made that mistake. I can. I just did. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. When I first started making dubstep, it sounded nothing like dubstep. But it does now because I kept trying. And I kept going back. Learning how, you see, that's the thing about having VSTs. I can program all the different parameters and all the different knobs to make individual sounds the way I want them. Now, when I remake this track, I'm going to remake it, but there are some things that I want to add to it that I hear. I sing my heart out, but not sure where to design music to match. Well, Psychopathic Ink Queen, if you would like to do some one-on-one session, I can coach you. And I use FL Studio, but it'll work in any DAW. I can show you how to psychologically create music and match it to your lyrics, because there is a process of how the human mind perceives music. All right, I got another form pinned up there. It's going to be up there for 30 seconds. If y'all are interested, please DM me and let me know what you want. You can fill out that short form right there. You can put your email address and everything in there. And if you want me, text, you can put your phone number in there, but don't put your phone number on the screen, stuff like that. So now, back to when that track came out. The reason that I'm doing that track is because it's got a lot of traction and a lot of interest. I'm not doing this to be like, look at what I can do. I'm doing the track to show y'all how I can teach you guys how to produce music easier than you think. So you can do things the hard way. My wife always say, smarter, not harder. There's a smarter way to produce music, and there's a harder way to produce music. And I can show you the smarter way that won't take so much of your time. But the reason I can do that is because I have spent 15, 20 years working with computer software with these programs. But to me, I still prefer to use instruments where I can change the parameters, change the attack, the sustain, the delay, working with the cutoff filters, the low pass filters, the high pass filters, working with all the different parameters on the VSTs. I mean, some of them got over 100 knobs on them, but they're all related and they all do the same thing on each instrument. And that's something that you're going to need because you want to sound distinct. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I got your DM. Thank you so much, Psychopathic Ink Queen. That's a very nice name. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to tell y'all this also. When you create your publishing company, do not create your publishing company at the same so people will know that it's you, the artist. You don't want them to know that because they're going to deal with you differently if they know that you are the publishing company. Don't tell them that. You're not interested in showing people or telling people or seeming important to people or nothing like that. You want to come in the room as unassuming as you could. Let them think whatever they want to think. Do not name your publishing company your artist name. Because you want to keep those entities separate. Don't let the left hand know the right hand. So that's what the book said. I don't know who wrote it, but I know it's the truth. When you're dealing with business and negotiation, you do not put all your business out there on the table. You don't let the left hand know what the right hand does. Now, there are a lot of these softwares that can listen to your music. See, the object that these people want to do, I want y'all to listen to me. The purpose of somebody selling you loops, the purpose of somebody selling you a program that can think for the melody for you and make up the melody for you is because, thank you so much. I got your DM. Thank you so much. The purpose is so they can get their hands in your music in the long run. If they sell that program to 10,000 people and 3 of them make hits that gross $100 million, they set for life. They're not doing this so it can be easy for you. They're doing this so it can be easy for them. But if you learn how to create your own music, which is why we created a school class community, music production made easy, results made faster, is because you need to learn how to produce your own music. It's not hard. You just need to learn what to do and what not to do. What's up, Caleb Jermaine in the building? Thank you so much. I know you at work too. I know you at work. I know a lot of y'all at work. And that's another reason why we're going to start selling our video. Thank you for the rose, Caleb. I appreciate it. That's why we're going to start selling these micro videos here on TikTok. Like for people like, how do I sign up for BMI? It's mostly songwriter. Can I email you 3 songs for your advice? I tell you what, full time. If you fill out the form, and we can set up a one-on-one consultation, you can book a meeting, and I'll listen to your songs, and we can go over them like that. So DM me, go to a link in my profile, and go to premium chat, and you can book a 1-hour session, and we can go over those songs, and I can show you some of the things that will help your song. I'll show you some which tricks to get people more engaged in your music. Okay. So that's how we're gonna do that. I bet. Got you. Yes, you're going to get it. You got it. Yes, you're going to get it. You appreciate you too much, Caleb. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate y'all, all of y'all so much, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's something when you know something, but your knowledge is no good unless you can share it with people. Because y'all that are listening, some of y'all have been sparked to just start to thinking, I need to see myself more valuable than I see myself. I'm not just some rapper or some singer. I need to make sure that I'm retaining ownership of my art. Yes, that's what it's about. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the shares. Appreciate it. Thank you for the reposts. Like I was saying before, we do not sell anything. What's up, Cash Apples? Everybody in the building? We are 35 strong in the fan club. You have to understand one thing about the music business also. They say the music business is rigged against you. No, it's not. The music business is rigged against your ignorance. Can you make money off YouTube? What's your advice on YouTube? We'll discuss that one in the one-on-one session. I'll show you some tricks on what to do on YouTube. What's up, Carol Holloman? Thank you for being here. The beats. Yes, you can make money off your beats. But you got to make your beats in certain ways that brands want to use them. Because see, brands, all they do is see, this is the thing y'all don't know about YouTube. The video plays and the views and all that kind of stuff is one thing. Hello, Carol. How you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you for submitting your DM. I got it. YouTube has a vast music library that y'all don't even understand, that they just need instrumental music for their brands, big brands, middle brands, small brands. Every time they use your music, YouTube kicks you out something. That's one of the things in YouTube that's hidden. People don't know about. Everybody running after the subscription, the views, or either people sending those super chats and stuff like that, which is cool. But on YouTube, I think they're splitting you 50-50. Like if somebody send you $1, they keep 50 cents, you get 50 cents. But you need to dig down into the deeper part of YouTube, and that's the YouTube content ID. Now, what's up, Fat Ricky? Thank you for being here. Now, what happens is when we do the one-on-one, I'll show you how to get your music. Thank you so much. Carol Holloman, she's back in the fan club again. That's 36. Thank you for the gift also. That's where the music is. That's where the money is in YouTube, is in content ID, music. Because the advertisers need some music for their stuff. These podcasters need music because they know YouTube's music is royalty free for them, but it ain't royalty free for you. YouTube gonna pay you, but they're not gonna charge them. Okay, what's up, Caleb? Thank you so much for joining the fan club again. That's 37. We at 8,000 on the likes. That's where the money is on YouTube. But you see, I'm gonna tell you something. TikTok is short. What's up, Lady Jen? Back in the building. One half of AOGF Music and Son of Man Records. TikTok is short form, but it's also long form because it gives you up to 10 minutes. I know y'all see that. You can post it to 10 minutes, but it's got to be engaging enough to keep people's attention. You got to keep stacking the engagement layer on layer on layer. It's got to be something that people want to hear, that people want to listen to. Okay? Now, see, the thing about it is this. YouTube is long game money. They got shorts, but on YouTube, you can go long, you can do live. We went on live right now on YouTube. And after we do this live on YouTube, the shorts I get off TikTok, I'm gonna take them and put it on YouTube shorts and put them on Facebook and put them on Twitch. So you got to repurpose everything you use. Don't just use it one time and say, okay, I'm done with that. No, you can repurpose that stuff. Because that's how you draw people into your music. I saw this one person, this one artist, they were selling singles. But they didn't talk about selling singles at all. All they talked about was a social issue. And at the end of it, they said, check out my music. Link in bio, or link in the comments. You can put your link in the comments, link in the bio. Or link, I would say link in the comments or the bio. Don't put link on your content because no social media like you to put a link that where people could just actually just bounce out and leave. If you put it on the bio or in your profile, at least if they click on it, it'll open up the browser that's inside of the app. And you'll still be on their site. And you can back up and go back there. And if they're hosting you, abide. But they were selling singles, but they were talking about a social issue. But the social issue was tied to the subject matter of that single. That's another thing. I'm telling you, like 607 onset. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is what I got on my mom. Listen. People don't understand this. Listen. Pay attention to social signals, what's happening social, and write music that's similar to that. To garner people's attention, to gather their attention and engagement so you can bounce over to your other stuff. Like J. Cole, like I was telling y'all, I think it was last week. J. Cole, he has a website. J. Cole released his mixtape. J. Cole did not put his mixtape on any streaming service. J. Cole put his mixtape on his website. And he let the people pay what they wanted to. And they was like, well, why in the hell would he do that? Some people come in there and pay for $1. Yeah, that's for the mixtape. But then his official album that comes with all kind of other goodies and stuff, probably NFTs and everything, that's the upsell when they get ready to check out. You think they're going to miss it? Thank you so much. I got your DM. Thank you so much. I will be checking y'all DMs and answering y'all. If you want the ebooks, I'll send you the link. Just describe in there what you want. You want to do the one-on-one. You want to join community school. You need to know how to go over there and pay and get everything popping over there. We set that up also. But J. Cole understood one thing. People are tired of subscription. People are tired of Wi-Fi going down. People are tired of commercials. And you, as an artist, can do what the music industry does. You can capitalize on that, like the big money does. How do you capitalize on people get tired of having to hit skip and next and sit through ads? By sending them to your website. Don't embed your Spotify to your website or your SoundCloud. You can have a page over there where you got your social media embedded. But on your front page, you want them bad boys sitting there listening to your player where they can put that bad boy on repeat. And so, what's up, Uncle Jesse? Thank you for being here. What's up, Isaac? You want to make it so they can just listen to your music over and over. And that's going to give you longevity. Google is going to see that people are sitting on your site for an hour engaging. They're going to be like, well, wow, you must be an authority in this keyword or that keyword because you got this people over here and that one over here. That one came and stayed 45 minutes. They didn't come over and bounce away. Come over here for 5 minutes and bounce. They've been over here listening, and they're listening. That's the best thing you can give them is the ability to put your music on loop or your whole album on loop. Put some making of your track on there. Take some videos when the producer making your track. Take some videos when you write lyrics. You don't necessarily have to show them. Just show the camera, but you sitting there writing the lyrics and saying, I should have put that. No, yeah, I'm going to put this right here. And don't even really look in the camera. Look to the side of the camera. Like you actually talking to somebody, like somebody in the room with you in there. Because nothing intrigues people more than knowing that you're talking to somebody and you're going to look at them like, what the hell are you talking about? You look at me when I'm talking to you. They're going to want you to do that. But don't look at them. Look right to the side of the camera right here. Just like I'm looking over here, just looking to the side. They think you're talking to somebody. So what should I put here? And just make short little videos. They got to be long. Post them on YouTube, make them private, and then embed them onto your website. If you don't know how to do that, you set up a counseling session on Premium Tech, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. You want to get those people engaged with you. You don't want to get them engaged with Spotify. You don't want to get them engaged with, because see, they get on Spotify, they're going to look at you, and Spotify got all them different artists around there. But if they're on your website, guess what? Their attention is on you, your videos. There's nothing to snatch their attention away. And that's what you want. Then they're going to, by nature, just go like whatever the hell, what else you got on there? You got t-shirts, you got mugs over here, you got this over here. I can even book you to perform. What your rate is. That's another thing you need a website for. So you can. Thank you, Lady Jen, for becoming one of the fan club. Appreciate you. We got 38. We got another cash app in there for the gift. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, baby. And that's the game. That's what Spotify do to you. They don't care if you see all them other artists. They don't care if they come to see you, or if they go see this one, or if they go see this one, or if they go see that one, because you're still on their site. That's how Spotify gets authority from Google. What's up, Trust Chef 51? Thank you for being here. Because of the longevity that people sit on their site. It's not because they got a lot of money. There are artists making $100,000 a month, and you don't even know who they are. Thank you for the gummy bear. Appreciate it, baby. Thank you so much. Or the high bear. What's up, Till Dizzy? Thank you so Till you Dizzy. Thank you so much for being here. So remember, you want to keep people on your website. You want to keep people engaged. You want to give them a reason. And the best way to get people onto your website, and when you do a post like on here, on any social media, is just give them vague information and make them hunt for the solution on your website. I wrote this song. Some of my friends like it. Some of my friends hate it. I even got some nasty comments about this one. I would love to get your opinion in my profile. But that's after you've done a video that has nothing to do with your music. Like you could sell your music by just doing it on posts. Just go to the news, see what's happening, irrelevant in your news, and just talk about that. And then at the end, this is why I became an artist. It's such and such and such. Then it could be like, wait, you fix, don't go yet, don't go yet. I want to talk to you. Boom, took the link in my profile and go check it out on my website. That way, they don't have any resolution. Humans got to get the resolution somewhere. If you give it to them in the post, it'll be like, well, this is my song. Y'all check this out. Stream it on this. No. When they get to your website, they may find out you on streaming services then. But what you want them to do is be on your site, on your music player, listening to your music where they can purchase your tracks. Because you can sell one track for the time that it takes you to get 99 streams. You can sell one track if they're paying you a penny a stream. Or you can sell your whole album. Or You could sell a subscription service where they could have access to all your releases for so much a month. Say, well, how am I going to get people to pay for it? You're not going to get them to pay for nothing. People are going to pay for what they want to pay for. The only thing they want from you is engagement. They're going to make up their mind of what they want to buy. Thank you, Bo Williams, for the rose. I appreciate the first gift. Thank you so much. The first gift ever since. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. The Elegant Emporium. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Y'all come back into the live. I ain't seen y'all in a minute. So those are the things you have to learn as an artist. This whole game is psychological. This whole game is it's not about trying to trick people or fool people or use a clickbait. Don't do that. Because once people know you clickbaiting them, they're gonna show you how much they appreciate you by ignoring you. Tell them the truth. Give them genuine content. Sell them, give them the sizzle for free, but sell them the steak. I learned that. It was a lady did a video on here. I learned that from her. She's big in the promotion. You ever notice how all of this press came up about Bad Bunny before the Super Bowl? You know why all that press came up? Make sure your ass was sitting there watching. They got you to watch that outside of you being curious and if you like his, love his music and love him as a person. That was so many different things wrapped up into one. But they didn't mention none of the titles. All they mentioned was the controversy around him. That's what drove people into that. I just told you that his streams just went up 175%. Okay. Now, Harry Styles. Let's go to some more news. Harry Styles is going to 40 cities and host listening parties for his fourth studio album. That's another thing that makes you money. Listening parties. When you get to the point where you can afford to rent your venue where people can sit down, not stand up. You want to sit down. You want them comfortable because you want to capture their attention. Thank you, Lady Jen, for the rose. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, baby. What's up, Matt D. Dragon? You want them to sit there. You're going to get you some merch to put on your table. You want to have you some CDs and some cassettes, maybe even some MP3 players. Yes, I did say that, and some vinyl, because guess what? They sell MP3 players right here on TikTok. They sell vinyl players right here on TikTok. They sell cassette players right here on TikTok. They sell DVD and CD players right here on TikTok. Follow the money. If the money's still investing in it, they know people are either buying it. Thank you to Elegant Emporium, or they're fixing to keep buying it. That's another way you can create revenue with your music on your website. It's buying you some MP3 players, loading them up full of your graphics, load them up full of your music, write you a short little ebook or whatever about your life and how you became music, and just do it. Give the people more. Hey, Linda, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, Carlita? Thank you for being here. Give them more than that they expect. They'll never forget that. If they think they're just going to get 10 tracks, that's one thing. But if they get 10 tracks plus 2 bonus tracks plus some graphics and an ebook about your life, you gave them more than they asked for. They're not going to forget you for that. They're going to bookmark you. They're going to remember you. They're going to tell their friends about you. And that's the thing about it. You want them to tell somebody. That's the purpose of marketing. So you can tell somebody. You're like, hey, Jack in the Box got this on sale. Hey, somebody share with somebody. Hey, hit this coupon right here on this site where you can go get these shoes 2 for 1. Because people tell people stuff. That's one thing about it. When we find a deal, we want to tell somebody that like that deal. And that's what you want to do as an artist. You're going to have to turn into a marketing company. Spotify is pushing for AI-driven derivative revenue for artists while clicking ClearSign to deal with Universal Music. Excuse me. A lot of these streaming companies, it is hard for them dealing with AI. It's hard on one end, it's easy on the other. I saw one man, he created AI music, then purchased some bots to run the numbers up, and lied, and he got 12 years in jail for deception. Because he was making it seem like we're going viral over the music. Now I heard Rick Ross say something in the video today also. He said that 90% of the people are gonna believe in you once they see what the 10% of the people believe in you. See, it's a lot of people just listen to y'all music. They'll go to it and go past it and won't listen. But if Snoop Dogg said, "Hey, y'all need to check this out. I like this," all of a sudden they're gonna go listen to it with different ears now, because someone who they perceive to be an entertainer in high echelon has said to go listen to your music. Then all of a sudden, thank you, Elegant Emporium. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it for the lightning. But that's how human psychology is. People don't think your stuff worth nothing unless they hear somebody who think worth something say it's worth something. Same music. Same thing. All of a sudden now they're excited to be like, "Oh, I heard such and such said your music was good." You've been saying it for the last year, but they hear it out your mouth because they don't perceive you as an authority. Don't take it personal. It's human psychology. Use it to your benefit. Now, a lot of y'all don't know. I'm gonna give y'all this little gem right here. This is gonna be your gem I'm giving to you. Write this down. There's a site called Cameo where you can go and hire entertainers to say happy birthday or stuff like that. Like they have all the entertainers up there. They got comedians, musicians, Boots Collins. They got all kind of entertainers over there. And if you would invest some money into them when you dropping something, and all of a sudden somebody here see Bootsy Collins saying they'll make a video. Now they're not gonna say that you got the hottest music or nothing like that, but they will say congratulations on your release of your single, wishing you the best. Now people they're gonna think that Bootsy Collins and you know each other, but in a little way you do know each other because you paid them, him, or whoever they are to say congratulations. They even got people on there from $50 all the way up to $500 even more. You can pay Afro Man. He's over there. See, this is the thing about it. And I'm going to tell you this. You're not perceived to have talent unless somebody who is perceived to have talent speaks of you. Because a lot of y'all right now that's listening that's got music out. If somebody that is high, let me see, Keke Palmer. Just let Keke Palmer do a random video. Say, I just want to do a video. You know what? Just say hypothetically. She said, I'm not even gonna charge you for this. I just want to do this because I like it. And they say such and such, let's say Psychopathic Ink Queen. I have visited her with her TikTok and I just been going through her videos. Y'all need to really go check her out. Now the people that have been over there, they're gonna go back and look again. And in their eyes, they're gonna see something new because they're looking through Keke Palmer's eyes. Like I told you, our business is all psychological. McDonald's, Burger King, Whataburger, Bojangles, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, they all selling you beef and bread. But it's how they sell it to you. That's why they all got mascots. That's why Jack in the Box has that mascot to differentiate in your mind so you don't just think about bread, meat. They want to differentiate. You're very welcome, Psychopathic Ink Queen. Psychopathic Ink Queen. That's why McDonald's have the golden arches. They choose their colors specifically, psychologically. The only colors they use in marketing is black, orange, red, green, white, and yellow specifically. Now, there's some little derivatives off of that, but next time you go down the street, check all the colors, all the restaurants and all the stores. You're going to see McDonald's, yellow, white, Burger King, orange, white, red, Bojangles, red, white, Jack in the Box, big white head, red circles around the eyes. Carl's Jr.'s, red. You know why? Because each one of those colors has a psychological impact on our psyche. And they use that to sell us food. Why? Because it keeps our attention and it keeps us engaged. You should do the same thing. Each one of those colors have a psychological impact. You need to go and search up what is the psychological impact of colors in advertising. And you need to make sure that your brand is matching that. Do you notice luxury brands like Gucci use different colors than bargain brands? Bargain brands use different colors. Like Dollar Tree, what's their color? Green and white. That's it. Because it's a bargain brand. But Gucci's colors is different. Ferrari's colors are different. Lamborghini, black horse, yellow background. So you got to start thinking about your music as a business instead of just trying to convince people that what you think, what you sound like, sound good. Now, for some of y'all, this is resonating. For some of y'all, this is like, oh, this is going to be a lot of work. But I'm telling you something, once you start getting involved in this and you start realizing how these things actually affect the human psyche, so you use those marketing tools to give yourself a chance to be seen by people, to see if they really like you or not. I mean, just like this can, Celsius. You see how simple these colors is? Red, silver, white, and black. You know why? Because this silver represents something to you specifically. This red represents something to you. And even the way that this C is made represents something to you psychologically. Pay attention to logos. And when you make your logo, make sure you're going according to those same human rules of psychology interpretation. Don't just pick anything. People will become more attractive and they're like, oh, let me go check this out. Then they go check the music and like, oh, all of this music is about positivity. And this person's music is about lifting me up. So you want to use colors that represent that. What colors represent elation, happiness, lightness? Your brand's color has to match your niche, your brand. That's why when they selling you stuff in Easter, for Easter, they want you lighthearted. It's the springtime. That's why they sell you the pinks, the purples, the light blues, the light yellows, the whites. Not a lot of blacks or browns or dark blues or dark greens, except for maybe the little grass that they use. When you're going through the store, look at all these brands' colors and adapt that same thing to your brand. That will give it at least, what's up, Blitz Smart? Thank you so much. At least give people a chance to come check out what you're doing. You're dealing with humans that think and perceive. You're not trying to convince anybody. What's up, 9.25? Thank you so much for being here. So now, we've been talking about marketing. We've been talking about colors. We've been talking about how to engage with people, how to get people interested in your post. Well, let me ask you a question. When you go on a post and you stay on a post, what makes you listen to that post from beginning to end? If you're trying to sell people, they're gonna get bored quick. Like Burger King. What did Burger King say? They didn't say we sell hamburgers. They said celebrities don't make up our menu. You do. They actually just told you you're the most important part and not celebrities. What they're saying is all these other companies may be using these celebrities to push their food, but we are listening to you. Why? Because there were a lot of other people using celebrities, like uh, Raising Cane's. What are their colors? Black, red, yellow, and white. Red makes you want to eat. You don't know if you know that or not. Red makes you want to eat. Look at the Doritos bag. What color is it? Yellow makes you think of comfort and nostalgia. That's why Lay's potato chips is in a yellow bag with red writing. Domino's. Red block, blue block, white background. Domino's written in blue. Certain hues of blue have a different effect on you than darker blues, lighter blues. AutoZone, what are their colors? Big red AutoZone, outlined in black, white background. Why? Because red is urgency. It makes you hungry. It makes you want to move. And people who are looking to get their car fixed, they need them parts right now. Because the majority of the time, people get in the car fixed so they can get to work, get their money. O'Reilly's, what are their colors? Green and white. Why? That differentiates them from that. And also, O'Reilly's make you think of Irish, which is synonymous with St. Patrick's Day, which is synonymous with green. What's the color grass? What's the color money? Now you're comfortable going to O'Reilly's, but you don't understand that you're perceiving it like that. But that's what's happening. Kentucky Fried Chicken, red, white, and black. Nothing else. Red brings urgency, white brings comfort, black gives authority. You need to use these same tactics in your music, in your branding, in your logos, in your album covers. If you're writing a song about power, use purple. If you're writing a song about love, use red or some softer pastel. If you're trying to write a song about, if you want to bring up the melancholy or the sadder part of life, there's certain colors you use for that. But you got to do your research so you can find out what it is. Or you can book a session and we can talk about it. And we can dive deep into your psychological impact. Because see, your sonic impact is one thing, but your psychological impact is another, because before anybody tastes the food or smell it, even while we're smelling it, we're looking at it. How the cheese laying on it? Or the burger stacked neatly? Is the bun smashed with a finger hole in the top? Did the pickle slide off to the side? Same burger. But if it's built sloppily, you're going to perceive it different because you eat with your eyes first. We all do. We eat with our eyes first. Probably eyes and nose, maybe at the same time. But the eyes is really, we're looking. How is this put together? That's why they take time to put it in this nice little neat box and put the little tissue paper in there and put your little chicken over here on this side, the biscuit over here on this side, and put your coleslaw and mashed potatoes and gravy right there on that side. Why? Because the way things are organized, symmetry is very necessary. You do the same thing when you're selling people stuff on your website. When they buy stuff in a box, make sure you got it. It smells good. Spray it with some natural fragrance that most people can deal with. I don't know. Tie a ribbon around the inside of it. Pack that inside of something. Put that in a box. Give them an experience when they open the box and buy your merch, when they buy your T-shirts, when they buy your mugs and stuff like that. Give them an experience. That's all humans want. They just want an experience. We want an experience. Now I know a lot of this is a lot of information. What's up, clearly business? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. But the important thing about it is this: it's how you present yourself that makes a difference as an artist, and how you're marketing yourself. So the next time y'all put up a post, say for instance, okay, we're gonna use Psychopathic Ink Queen, since that's the one that you just gave a like. I'm gonna use this. Since you write a lot of lyrics, you say you write a lot of lyrics. This is how one step you can use to get people interested in your lyric writing. You start putting up posts about the history of songwriting. If you're selling nails, if you're doing nails, you got a nail salon. Start doing videos on the history of nail polish. And at the end, direct them to your site where they can go book. And if there are natural nail polishes out now that don't have as many chemicals, that are more natural, do videos about the ingredients that they're putting. What's up, little youngin' 123? That they're putting into nail polish. Okay? Make videos about that. If you're a rapper, like I always said before, make a video about, do some posts about the history of rap. the controversy of rap. When the government tried to shut down rap, and then at the end, tell them to go check out your music on your site. They don't feel like they've been sold. They feel like you actually gave them information and you gave them value. Give them value. Give them value. Give them value. Like my wife and I have other companies. My wife has uh, a company where she sells dog treats. I don't want to go too much into it right now because all of it ain't hit the market yet. But it's about dog treats. And there are ways to sell dog treats without talking about dog treats. Like talking about the ingredients that go in them and what are the best ones to be put in instead of the way that factories do it. You get people interested in that because people love their animals. Some people feed their animals better than they feed themselves. They'll go eat McDonald's, but they go buy Iams for their animals. They'll get Boo Buffalo for their cats and their dogs, but they'll go eat Taco Bell. So it's all about giving value before you give them your product. Giving people value before you give them your product. Does Apple ever talk about their computers? Nope. They talk about the experience that you're going to have using their systems and making your productivity better. They're not interested in touting their name. Oh, look, we're Apple. We make laptops. See how pretty it is? They're gray and they're matte finished like this. And the software is very reliable and it's stable. No, they don't. They tell you about the experience you're going to have, even with the iPhone, the experience you're going to have with the laptop. How it's going to make your business more productive. Find out what you can do for the people that you're talking to and not what they can do for you. And once you do that, you got it made then because they perceive that you respect them. They perceive that you're really concerned. And if you really are doing it for that purpose, it's really going to make a difference because they're going to feel your energy in the video. So if you're doing hair, say for instance, you're selling hair, and you want people to go to your website, you done spent this money and you bought all these hair pieces and extensions, and you want to sell that. How do you do it? Make videos on artists who use extensions in their hair and what a difference it makes in their life. Or do a video, make a post on the history of how synthetic hair is made and how human hair is made. You see what I'm saying? All those things make a big difference in getting, what's up, Nicole, Sabrina? They make a big difference. So I'm going to put this up here, pin this notice up. So if you'd like to join the mailing list, please drop your email in there. You got any information you need, drop me a short note in there. If you'd like to do a one-on-one booking with your art, with your business, in any way, it's not only just for musicians, it's for anyone with doing intellectual property. We can book a session and we can talk about how we can further take your brand into the money lane. Okay? It's very important that you are proactive in your music, in your business, and promoting your music and promoting your business. Okay? Thank you, Psychopathic Ink Queen. So as we get to the end of this broadcast, and we've got about 10 minutes left here. I want to spend these last 10 minutes talking about something that's very important. And that is how you perceive you. What is your energy field? What is your energy field around your music? Do you love your music, your art, your creation, whatever your business? Do you love it? Do you speak life into your business? Do you speak life into your art? Do you speak life into yourself? You are going to have to fall in love with your business. What I mean by that is, I mean showing love and speaking light into your business. and success. And not only that, you're going to have to start using your imagination to see yourself doing well in your mind before it ever happens out here in the 3D. Because whatever perception you have about your art and whatever perception you have about your business, people are going to pick up on that. And that's the same way they're going to treat you. Thank you, Bo Williams, for the gift. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the heart me. We got 40 people in the fan club today, y'all. We are so blessed. Thank you, Cash Apples. Thank you so much. And everybody in the fan club, I'm going to send you a link where you can download our newest house music album and our lo-fi hip hop album for being fan club right here on TikTok. You get free music, and you're also going to get discount codes for merch. If you need some ebooks to help you in your music business, you DM me, and I'll send you the link, the discount link. What's up, Mo Money? Thank you for being here. What's Bipolar ML? Thank you for being here. Now back to believing in yourself. I'm going to give y'all something that's going to help. When you go to sleep at night, I want you to make up this incredible delusion about your fame, about who you are, how your business. And I'm not talking about fame like having people just fawning all over. I'm talking about just being known and people appreciating your art and your music and your business. I want you to put yourself on some of the biggest stages in this world and perform in your mind before you go to sleep. And not only do it, but feel it. Hear the crowd saying your name. Hear the speakers. Feel yourself on that stage. Feel that microphone in your hand. And imagine yourself being there as you fall asleep. And just watch what happens. Doing affirmations, not affirmation, affirmations. I learned this from Mark Hall. He has a channel here on TikTok and on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's one on Facebook. Why am I so popular? Why is my music doing so well? Why do promoters in some of the biggest venues ask me to be on their show? Why am I performing so well? Why do people love my music? You start asking affirmations like that and start creating this energy and create an atmosphere around your music and your art. And what happens is doors are going to start opening up to facilitate your assumption. And you don't even have to do it. You don't have to pay anyone to do it. You don't have to pay to get on these fake playlists. What's going to happen is this. The way and means that you desire are going to have to match your assumption. But so you don't know that's how your whole life is. Your entire life is based upon your assumption. The universe is just mirroring back to you what you believe about you. Try it. 7 days. Go to bed at night and see yourself doing wonderful things on wonderful stages, whatever your occupation is. And watch and see how doors start opening, how your interaction starts changing on social media, how people start approaching you different, treating you different. Different companies want to deal in business with you. You be like, I didn't even expect that. What's up, Aaron Israel? Thank you for being here. It will change your life. Speak life into your business. Speak life into your art. And don't be afraid to put money on it. Don't mess up your household money. Don't mess up your rent. Because this is, like I said, this is a long game situation. You're going to have to do them both. What's up, Jay Dizzle 2.0? Thank you for being here. But the important thing is to just get started. The universe will light the way. Don't worry. I've been where you are. What's up, Trent Cameron? Thank you so much for being here. The universe will light the way. But it's only going to replicate unto you what you say that you want to be. And if you don't understand what that means, go and Google law of attraction and celebrities and see what they all say. See what Tyler the Creator has to say. See what the lady that played Bill Cosby's wife on the Cosby Show, what she has to say. Go see what Jim Carrey has to say. How he wrote a check to himself when he didn't even have a big gig for $10 million. Guess what? He cashed that check in his own name. You have to become famous. You have to become wealthy. You have to become rich before you physically see it in the 3D. You've got to create it in the 4D or 5D, however you want to look at it, so it can replicate here in the 3D. But see, the thing about it is, a lot of us think that what's happening to us is happening in the 3D first. This is the last step. But see, that's what we're all engaged on. We're engaged on the 3D. We think this is reality. You think this is actually a pen, but you don't understand there are atoms moving so fast that they're creating this and molecules. This pen is just as alive as you are. Those molecules in there are alive. They're moving, but you don't perceive it. What you perceive is a pen because the way it's structured and the way the energy is moving, it seems like that it's solid, but it's not. If you were to look at this through the eyes of quantum physics, you will see all the gaps and all the holes, and that this is just like on the Matrix. Don't think about bending the spoon. That's impossible. Don't think about trying to convince the industry that you are the best. You've got to convince yourself that you're great. And once you do that, the ways and means, it's just going to come to you. I can't even explain it. And the beautiful thing about it is going to be suited and tailored just for you. Like what a path one person takes and another person takes, you have 10 people on 10 different paths. What's up, famous Regat? Thank you so much for being here also. You got to have confidence in you before people do. You got to have love in your art before people do. And you got to believe in yourself before people do, because they're going to follow your lead. We got about a minute and 13 seconds left here. What's up, Daydream? I want to thank everybody for all the followers. Thank you, Lady Jen, for being here. Thank you for the gifts. We are so blessed to be able to bring this broadcast to you. Click the link in my profile and check out the link tree. On lunch, what's up, Daydream? You must be in the you must be on the Central Time Zone, because it's 11:57 over there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If y'all need to get any information about taking your brand to the next level, fill out this form right here on the screen. We're in our last minute of the broadcast. It was beautiful to be here with you. Had a beautiful time. I hope you leave here loving yourself, having a better perception of your music and your art, and also having a business mind. Thank you so much for the DM. I got your DM. Appreciate you. Having a different mindset about your music, your life, and your business, and loving yourself, loving your art, and seeing yourself in those beautiful and wonderful places. We'd like to say thank you to everyone. Y'all have a beautiful and wonderful day. Be blessed in everything you do and everywhere you go. Have a beautiful Friday. And when you get your check, you get your money, just take out at least $10 and do something for your art. You may not be able to do much, but when you do that, the universe is going to see that, oh, they trying to invest in their art. Let me turn on some more money so they can invest more. Watch what happens. You take money to make money. Y'all have a beautiful one. Love you. We're ambassadors of good frequency. You're very welcome, Bo Williams. You're very welcome. Y'all have a beautiful day. DJ Dr. Watson, Lady Jen. Until Monday, when we will be reverse engineering Gotta Let Them Know by T.I. and Pharrell. We will see y'all then. Be blessed and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.